All right, Tommy. So the next topic that I wanted to discuss is DK Metcalf, wide receiver for the Seattle Seahawks. One of the biggest stars for the Seattle Seahawks, traded to Pittsburgh for a second round pick and a switch of a sixth and a seventh round picks, which I still don't understand. But the crazy part is DK gets $150 million extension. Tommy, crazy. Average 33 million per year. What do you think about this extension, man? Because my jaw dropped. I was like, hey, man, DK is a good player, but that kind of sounds like a free agency frenzy to me.
There's a lot to break down with this one. I mean, let's start with the trade request. Why? Why did he request a trade? We were not gonna pay him $33 million a year. I love DK Metcalf. I'm staring at my DK Metcalf signed jersey. I'm staring at my DK Metcalf signed helmet. I love DK Metcalf. DK Metcalf is a really good wide receiver. Is DK Metcalf a $33 million a year receiver? No, he is not. No, he is not. I mean, DK is phenomenal. I truly have so much love for DK and everything he did in Seattle. You know, he is a great football player, one of the best athletes in the entire NFL, top 1%er. But is he $33 million? No. Not for Seattle. Not where Seattle's at right now. You know, in previous episodes, we've talked about luxury paying, paying for luxury. Seattle is not a place to be paying for luxury.
Yeah.
And $33 million a year for DK Metcalf is a luxury. So it's tough to see DK leave. I didn't really bat an eye once I saw the money. We got a second-round pick.
Yeah.
We'll go ahead and draft a receiver there, and we'll be fine. The Steelers, he wanted a contender. He wanted stable quarterback position, warm weather. He got none of those, but he got paid. And is Pittsburgh going to go win a Super Bowl with him? I don't think so. I really don't. I don't think receiver was, as much as Pittsburgh needed a receiver, I don't think that's going to put him over the top. And for Seattle, I love it again. I love it again. Everyone wants to do doomsday for Seattle, but we would have been tied up. DK is not a game breaker. He's not someone that's going to take your team over the top by himself. He's just not. And that's who he is. A great football player, I'll say. But is he a game breaker? No, he's not. And like I said, we love DK, but Seattle made out really well. Pick 52, which is going to be a prime spot for a receiver. And they obviously have a lot of cap space now. That's going to let them open it up and address things, important positions. One more thing I want to say about that is why I like Seattle doing this is I want to ask, this is an open-ended question, but can you name a wide receiver that a team has acquired or had that took a team over the top? I saw Tyreek Hill go for a lot. Where are the Dolphins?
Maybe AJ Brown.
Maybe AJ Brown, but they weren't winning with AJ Brown.
True.
Saquon put him over the top.
That's true.
Great trench play. And great trench play. I mean, if you replaced AJ Brown with I don't even know. It doesn't like another good receiver, right?
He was reading a book on the sidelines.
I genuinely think the Eagles are in the same place.
Yeah.
I genuinely think the Eagles are in the same place. And I know Eagles fans hate me right now.
They hate you.
They like it so much. But they would be, and so receivers are valuable. You need them, but they aren't everything. They're not everything. Offensive line, defensive line, quarterback will always be more important. And so that's about it. Like, much love to DK. I wish him the best in Pittsburgh. I think he'll do great there. I'd love to see him reunite with Russell Wilson. I don't know if Pittsburgh's going to do that. Looks like they're looking at Aaron Rodgers, but I mean, it's a good spot for him. He's in a big football city. They're going to love him there. Him and George Pickens are going to be hilarious together on the field. But yeah, I love it. I love it again from Seattle. I love it again. And everyone wants to be negative about what Seattle's been doing. Like, I love everything Seattle has done.
Yeah,
I really do. I think they are done with mediocrity. Everyone's like upset that we're getting rid of all these players. But what did we do with these players? We missed the playoffs the back-to-back seasons.
Yeah.
Who were we? And I'm excited. We're entering a new era of Seahawks football.
Yeah.
The old era is gone. The Legion of Boom era is here and gone, right? This middling era is here. and now it's gone. There's so much promise. Like, we are entering a new era of Seahawks football, and it's very exciting to see, how we go about this and what's in this chapter for us.
Yeah, I agree with you, man. DK Metcalf was definitely overpaid, man. I love you, DK. As you said, I have 4 jerseys of DK. Most of my jerseys are DK Metcalf jerseys, and I got 1 JSN jersey. So that's all the jerseys that I got. But man, that was a heartbreaking moment, man, because he's one of the biggest stars in Seattle. But I would not pay him 150 million. There's only maybe 4 wide receivers in the NFL that would pay 33 million. Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase, CeeDee Lamb, and maybe T Higgins, but I'm not sure. But so there's a couple of wide receivers that you pay that much, man. Not everybody, but I think maybe JSN is probably going to be that top wide receiver that you're going to pay, because the route running makes a difference, man. Going through all the route trees, that makes a difference, Tommy.
JSN to the moon.
JSN.
JSN to the moon. I was telling my friends about it. I was like, well, JSN's, he's twitchier. He's a better route runner. He's got better hands. He can run the full route tree. I think JSN gives you more as a number one than DK does. And this is not a slight to DK, because DK is an incredible player and was paid as such. I don't think he's $2 million less a year than Justin Jefferson good. Like, business is business, right? Business is business, and that goes both ways. DK asked out because business is business, and the Seahawks decided to trade him because business is business. Like, that's really it. Like, I really think the Seahawks had to do what they had to do, and I'm happy DK found a spot where he could get paid for his services. Business is business.
I agree with you, and I love the point that you made about looking at the roster, because they looked at the roster and they were like, "Man, we got more perimeter players than trench players. Like, most of our talent on the outside, right? We don't got no trench players. We're not a physical football team." And they looked at that and they were like, "Hey, man, we got to really think about where we're allocating our resources, right?" And that's what caused the trades. And I think the cap space. I don't trust John Schneider, and we'll talk about John Schneider later. What will
Oh
he
yeah.
what will he do with
Yes,
that
we
cap
will.
space?
Yes, we will.
Because I'm seeing a lot of moves right there. And man, shout out to the Bears, man. Shout out to the Bears. Shout out to your hometown, Tommy. Man, they're making some moves.
Shout out to the Bears and shout out to the Vikings.
Yep. Shout out to the
They're
Vikings.
killing. Both of them are killing it. Both of them are killing it right now.
Killing the
I mean,
trenches.
they're making it look easy.
Yeah.
Making it look easy. I mean, but like, just to wrap up, my final thoughts on DK is, like, I'm calm because I think it was the right move for the organization. I really do see the vision that Seattle's going forward with, and I, thought it was the right move. But you know what? I'll be honest. As a fan, I'm gonna miss DK Metcalf. I
Mm-hmm.
really am. He was a star in Seattle, and um, just from the fan perspective, like, I don't even have to hide it. Like, I'm sad to see DK go, and I'm gonna miss DK. But at the same time, like, I am calm, collected, because I know this is the right thing to do for Seattle.
Yeah. Because nationally, if you ask any random casual fan, name a superstar in the Seattle Seahawks, like, everyone would say DK Metcalf first, right? Because he was the well-known
Absolutely.
superstar around the country. But right now, I don't know, maybe Spoon. Spoon's maybe I would say, like, the superstar that's emerging. But I don't see any other superstars that you would ask a casual random fan in the country. Like, if you go to Dallas and you just ask somebody, "Hey, name a superstar in the Seattle Seahawks," right? I don't know who they name right now, but maybe JSN and these young players come out.
Yeah, JSN's from Dallas, so they'd say JSN.
Yeah.
JSN and Tariq. JSN and Tariq, they're both from Dallas, so I feel like those would be some popular names going around. I know some people that just know them personally. So it's definitely, that would be an easier one. But yeah, I mean, it'll be interesting to see what Seattle does to replace. I mean, the opportunities are endless, right? We have a lot of picks. We have a lot of cap space.
Yeah.
See what we do.
Five picks in the first 92. I think that's what I heard.
Let's go.
That's
Let's go. That's
yeah,
beautiful.
That's beautiful, man.
I hope we trade back from 18 too. Let's
Yeah.
do it. Let's get all these picks. Let's cast this wide net.